If you're serious about your trading, you must have asked yourself the following question, because it's actually a very important question, and that is, do you time your trades well? We'll shortly cover today why good timing convinces investors, how timing is assessed at Darwinex, and what applications you can derive from the tools we offer you, alongside what's next. So, why is timing important? Well, obviously, if you claim to be a good trader, you really are claiming to be a better than random future teller. In other words, you should be in a position to say that you open your trades at the best moment, both locally and globally, as well as closing your trades at the best moment locally and globally. And of course, an optimum entry and exit improves the odds of beating the spread, and it lowers your risk and increases your return. So let's have a look at an example in practice. At what looks like a perfectly healthy trade, going in, waiting for a bit, exiting with a healthy profit. And we're all happy about this one until we realize, maybe if we had gone in and out a bit earlier, we could have pretty much doubled our profit. And what a difference the timing can make. So this opens the way for a framework to actually assess your timing. Let's say you benchmarked all your trade entries, asking yourself, what if my strategy entered all my trades a bit earlier or a bit later? Would performance actually change? Well, to do that, you can basically think of the time at which you opened your trade and the time at which you closed your trade, and look at the actual trade P&L for that particular trade. Now, what would have happened if instead of opening when we did open, we had basically relatively to the 100% duration of that trade, opened 50% of the trade earlier? Oh, and maybe in this case, we would have made some extra money in addition to what we actually did make. Or perhaps we could have tried to go into the trade a bit later and see what would have happened then. Well, in this case, it looks as though we should have gone earlier. Now, obviously, one trade is one trade, and there's lots of things that can change across trades. But what happens if you compound this over time? Well, that's precisely the question we asked ourselves, and that's a question we tried to answer in the Darwinex timing investable attribute, which I'm going to highlight for you in a second. So we're talking about this fella. And we're looking at one of the best strategies in Darwinex, assessing how this one actually works. So let me explain how the chart works. So what we're doing here is we are ranking the actual strategy being evaluated, which you can see highlighted as this strategy and number 3 in this panel, against 10 alternatives